Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm here with Scrapbook Boutique, and today I have a very clean and simple baby boy card to make using some fun products. I'm going to start by die cutting the word hello out of my front panel. It's some blue cardstock and I'm just using my grid lines here to center it on my mat. Now this is an MFT die called Happy Greetings and I'm going to be using the negative space today. How cute is this set of stamps from WPlus 9? It's called Little Dreamers and I just had to have it. I just love the little images and the way that you can hang them off things. Like some of them are, there's a really cute moon and some teddy bears and really sweet little images. So I'm going to be doing some Copic colouring and I've just stamped out the bear that's sort of hanging upside down. I've got it on an upside down cloud and stamped it out in some tuxedo black, as well as a couple of little filler clouds, because this is a really simple card today. I've got two colours of the toner greys there, the tea greys, and I actually only used the T0, and that was dark enough, and I did come back in later and actually lighten that up with my colourless blender, which is one of the great things about Copics, is you can actually remove colour with a lighter colour that you use over top, or you can remove it with the colourless blender. So this is just some really simple colouring today. I've got the B quadruple zero and the B triple zero I did come in with a bit later just to add a little bit of shading, if you call it that. I didn't want this to be too complex. I wanted it to be a really simple card, so I kept my colouring very simple. And you get to see most of it today, and it's in real time too. So I have left a little bit of white highlights there, and that just helps look like there's light coming off the image, rather than colour absolutely everything in and soak it with ink. Sometimes less is best. And this is the B000, which is actually a really light colour still, but I'm using this as my shading colour. Who would you think? Oh no, it's really pale bear today. And the cloud I've left mostly white, and this is where I came in and just lightened up those grey areas. And like I said, that's the T0 and it looks quite dark there. So now what I want to do is actually, and I should have done this before so I didn't have to sit and wait for it to dry. I don't think I had this planned out very well when I was making the card. But what I've got here is a piece of fun foam. And I was just working out where on my card panel the word hello was. Lined it up, lined the die up again in the fun foam and taped it in place. And then I'm just cutting down the piece of fun foam so it sits kind of behind the panel quite neatly, and that's going to help support the panel when I pop it off. So I did remove my die cut letters before I adhered it all down. I don't think it would make much difference whether you did or didn't, because normally I would leave them in place, but that's when I'm trying to use those letters and stop them from squishing. Here it didn't matter so much. So I've got my ATG and I did add some matte medium just behind the actual die cut letters, and not too much, just so that they all looked nice and neat and flush. And now I'm going to set that aside to dry. I should have been doing my colour. I'm ready to go and I'm having to wait. Not a very organised crafter here. So this is my top fold card front, and I'm getting way too carried away with my ATG gun yet again. And I actually went over where the panel's going to be, but don't fret. This glue, it's a really strong glue, but I just moved it out of the road with my finger and it didn't tear the paper or anything. It's great. It's a great glue. But you could do that with most tape runners. I wouldn't try it with score tape though. And then I just lined up the panel on the front, and then I'm going to pop up my little elements. I did decide to keep my little clouds upside down as well, and I've used some tape runner behind the one that's behind the bear, popped up the bear, and then popped up the other little cloud just with some foam squares. And that's my very clean and simple card today. Thanks so much for joining me. All the products will be listed below. Head to my blog to find out more. Until next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.